Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your October general reading. So, your Lenormand, you got the lady. So, this lady is waiting on something. Look, it's really, really obvious. She does know that he or she or what is coming, but she's waiting on. She's got this energy of waiting on something. And when I asked what she was waiting on, we got the ring. So the ring this isn't always about relationships, by the way. It's about it can be about contracts. It can be about sort of things that are legally binding. So basically, this is waiting on. It can even be some sort of commitment. So it's funny. This is a ruby. No, it's a garnet. It's a red stone, which is your birth. It's a stone for Capricorn. So give me a minute. So what are you waiting on? Really, really, really nice Lenormand cards, actually. Maybe you're waiting on some sort of news. Although that tends to be the letter. Waiting on some sort of, yeah, something that's binding, that shows loyalty. That sort of thing, which is the ring. So I'm going to do a throw of the cards. We'll see what's going on. Most people are getting very similar readings. There's a lot going on around the Libra archetype because we're in Libra season. So Libra does rule legal contracts, but also relationships, that sort of thing. So I'm finding most people's readings are reflecting very, very Libran themes. So let's see what's going on for you. So show me what's going on for Capricorn, please, for the month of October. Page of Swords with the Death card. So this is some sort of news, and it's news that is bringing change to your life, basically. The Death card isn't a negative card, it's Scorpio. Sometimes this can be physical death, but very, very, very unlikely. It's a change, shredding identities. I've only, as a tarot reader, diagnosed whatever, seen a couple of deaths coming, and it was a Tower and the Three of Swords together that brought it. Yeah, so this isn't very, for some of you it might be, but the Scorpio card is about evolution. So leaving behind one role and moving forward to another one. Yeah, shredding an old skin. It's basically the butterfly. So we move from being a caterpillar to a butterfly is the Death card in the Scorpio process. So what you want is the King of Cups. This might be a person, very beautiful king, or it might be you, which is very just emotionally stable, emotionally calm. The gift is the Knight of Pentacles. The challenge is the Star card. Relationships, the Magician card. Money and work, you get the Temperance, which is very interesting because Temperance comes right after the Death card. Soul position, Queen of Swords, under the Star card, both Aquarius. This is about being transparent. It's about being in the truth. It's all about communication and expression. And then, look, that's very funny. You end. So, Scorpio in the process of evolution's got two cards. Actually, every single tarot card is a process of evolution. But this is the rebirth part. So this is a process that's completed itself. And you've now came out the process. And you are now the opposite. You're no longer the caterpillar, you're now the butterfly, and you're saying thank you for whatever you've received. I mean, what you want is the King of Cups. This can be a person, by the way, because the Judgment card has got a very, very strong relational energy. It can bring people back from the past that you thought were dead, now come back to life again. It doesn't have to be though, because the King of Cups can be you. I mean, the King of Cups in an ideal world would be all of us. It represents peace, it represents diplomacy, it's sitting on the ocean and not drowning in it. So rising above things, basically. He owns his emotional world. He's not running around out of fight or flight, but he's calm, regulated. This is what you're looking for. Again, might be a person, might be you. The gift is a Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles brings some news or some change in the financial front. What's the Knight of Pentacles bringing? It's with the Six of Pentacles. This is about the flow of finances. There's a scale here, and then this could be news about a job. It could be going for an interview. It's about the exchange of service. It's about mutuality. I do this for you, you do that for me. It is about the flow of money, because we go into money problems when the flow stops. That's all, yeah. But when the flow stops flowing, things become dried up, and that's when we go into as an individual and as a globe. This is about money beginning to flow. It is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles moves from one place to another. Very, very slow moving, guys, by the way. And I think that's why it's not until the end of the month that the process is complete. And it's almost a cycle in the month of October. I think it's probably going to be about people, but it might be about contracts. It might be about the Libra scales, trying to bring things back to harmony. Yeah. The challenge is a Star card. Star card is about transparency, total openness. It's very futuristic. It is Aquarius. Your ruling planet is moving into Aquarius in December. So your life will take on a much more Uranus energy. And Uranus energy is about transparency. It's the humanitarian, completely different vibe we're moving into. And really the next couple of months of the year is about letting go of that which no longer serves you, so you can move forward to this brand new era. So why is the Star card a challenge? It's with the Hanging Man. So the Hanging Man can feeling that you're not totally in control of this process, but it's something to do with transparent, straightforward communication. And it's because the Queen of Swords. Anyhow, just let me carry on. I'll try and get a bit of a clearer image. Relationships, you've got the Magician card. This is the Manifestor, the Magician card. It's all the aces. So it's a really nice card when it shows up in relationships, and maybe not very, very empowered card. So this could be your energy, especially because it's underneath the King of Cups, which is very much about mastery of self, yeah? Mastery is particularly of the emotions, so not allowing yourself to be someone else's puppet. When we've got low self-esteem, we're someone else's puppet. And the King of Cups in anyone's puppet, he is in charge of his own destiny. And you know what? See, sometimes Capricorn in life doesn't go our way. It's not a sign of our low self-esteem. It's a sign that it's just not the way that our life's meant to be going. It's a continual process of empowerment and turning our lives around. And it's a lifelong journey. Because the Magician's a very empowered card, very much like, oh my gosh, I'm in charge here. I've had enough of ... I've had enough of waiting, had enough of being someone's puppet. I'm in charge of my destiny. And that's all we need to do, and align ourselves with a much more powerful vibration. I've had to tell everyone, by the way, there's a lot of relationship dynamics going on. My website is underneath, and there's under my blog, there's a video for removing energetic ties from people. So it's about clearing people who are still in our energetic body, which is keeping us tied to the past and not moving forward to the future. Because the Magician's very, very futuristic. So is the Queen of Swords. It's getting ready for a brand new era that we're all moving into. So, and it's funny, in my 5th reading, and I've had to direct every single person to that blog, okay? Because when it comes to December, is when we're moving into this brand new chapter. It's going to be a bit more complicated than that. But you want to be getting yourself empowered and ready. And when we're moving into this new era, and it's definitely Aquarius, we can't take with us the stories of the past. And you don't want any disempowering stories to move forward. We're always going to have some of them. Yet, maybe this is about getting prepared for whatever this Judgment card is about. So Temperance and money and work. So Temperance really just comes after the Death card. It can be feeling a little bit vulnerable, but managing to keep your head above water. I'm going to clarify it because it's when a major arcana appears in a position like that, it means we're dealing with events beyond our control, which is just everything's beyond our control, apart from our energetic body and our mind. That's what we have control over. And that's why inner work is never a mistake if there's an outer issue. You know, we attend to our thinking, we attend to our heart, we attend to our well-being, we attend to our empowerment and the external. Eventually, I ain't saying overnight, begins to change. So Temperance is about a soul lesson. What are you trying to teach, Capricorn? It is about the middle paths, no extremities of behaviour. And then you get the Sun card. I mean, between me and you, Capricorn, and I know there's a few people watching that I read for quite a lot. If the Sun card appears in the spread, I don't even bother doing the reading. Well, maybe not. I would if it was you, but for me, I just put the whole reading away, and I know whatever I've got in my mind, whatever I'm worried about, whatever I'm trying to make happen, is going to happen with the Sun card. I promise you. And it's the only card in the deck. And I will not even bother reading the cards around it, because it's like, it's going to be resolved. Yeah. And because the Queen of Swords is at a soul level, again, she's about the truth. She's about being in the truth, and the only thing that sets us free is the truth. I think it's very interesting that you're getting both of these cards here. The challenge is transparency, clarity, and the Queen of Swords at a soul level, because they're pretty much the same card. And I'm trying to find out what connects them. Is it a financial? No, it's about the Fool card, which is about a brand new beginning, brand new start. Can I just carry on? Because the outcome is a Judgment card. So you've done death, judgment, death, rebirth, death, rebirth. That's the way. You know, that is the nature of our planet, by the way. I think we forgot, and we had this sort of very false sense of stability. The world isn't like that. It's a creative flow, and we should always be moving with that creative flow as much as possible. What is going on here? See, I think for some of you it's very much becoming empowered in your relationships. I think for all of you this is a reading about empowerment and leaving behind I know the last couple of years, Capricorn, have been really goddamn hard. I would say the last 2.5 years, things have been heavy. And we're moving towards lighter times. December. And it's a really important last couple of months for you. It's a really important couple of months for every single person. To who do I want to turn up as? Because I bet most of you have had stories over the last couple of years of disempowerment, feeling absolutely crap about yourself. I bet you, I guarantee you. Capricorn ascendant. And I really want you to work at not taking that to your future. And because and the only way we can do that really is with that sort of inner work. So check out the video. It's only, I mean, it's very, but I might start doing some more for people, which is all about clearing the past. So I might start doing, but it will be my website. I just don't want them on YouTube, by the way. I don't seem to, I don't know, I just don't want them there. So what is going on here? Is this Aquarius energy as a challenge, but at a soul level? And I understand you're going to be getting prepared for this energy, but can you give me another message for Capricorn? Because I'm goddamn confused. One more message for Capricorn. Because I can't... There's great news around your money and work. There really is. It's major arcanas. These can't be avoided, by the way. So say yes. Let in the sunlight. Relationships are about empowerment. But there's something to do with truth. And I'm not saying you're not truthful, by the way. But it's almost like really being in this state of transparency and clarity, either within your own self or with someone else, is the challenge. Look, now you get the Ace of Cups. Now you got my two cards, what I call adorable karma, because essentially, Capricorn, there ain't such a thing as good and bad karma, by the way. The most amazing things lead to crappy things and vice versa, but there's adorable, okay? And it literally is any good that you put out in the past coming back to you. And that's why it's never a mistake to send out prayers, to send out ever when we're stuck, to send out help other people if we can. Never ever a mistake, because it accumulates forces that we can't see that come to us when we need them most. Yeah. And I've got two cards that mean that, the Sun and the Ace of Cups. That there's some sort of wealth coming to you. And finances is only one part of that wealth. It's an important part, but it's only one branch of it. And I think you know that with the Magician in your relationships, that wealth is also our relationships, our mind, our spirituality, our creativity. We've sort of forgotten that. So I'm going to ask what that Death card and the Page of Swords is about. So something, I mean, it's not, this is very interesting. So the Page of Swords is news, but about some sort of change. I think some of you are going through a really big change. Yeah, and it's with the Compass card, to reset in direction and focus. I don't think I was the most straightforward in that reading, Capricorn. I honestly try my best in these general readings. See, when you haven't got a question to work with, or even someone's birth chart, where I can look at what planets they're going through. It can be really challenging. All I know is there's something really quite something very empowering, and some sort of great, as I said before, great wealth. But great wealth is just not what we think it is. It really ain't about winning the lottery, guys. It's something to do with the heart, vitality, opening up to all that you can be, becoming empowered, and it's almost like leaving behind an identity. And I think because of the last couple of years and the amount of astrology you've had, this identity hasn't been built on a sense of being your own governance of your own life. Yeah, so maybe you met with a lot of challenging circumstances that you were shoved down, shoved back. And that's what I mean. There's a whole different vibe to your reading here. Anyhow, Capricorn, please check out the video. You just listen to it. It's for removing anything from the past, especially anything from the past that still lingers in our life story. And you'll find it under my blog. Okay, lots of love. Bye.